Yo, like, subscribe, hit notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Sponsors of the channel, PrizePicks, uh, Props.cash, and you can always find us right here on you can find us right here on YouTube Music, all right, for the podcast form in podcast form there, all right. Yesterday, weird wonky day. Some parlays helped me salvage some of my money, especially on Caesars. Some of those that I sent you guys, but it is what it is. All right. The Mets, man, they might as well go ahead and sweep me out because Mets hurt me this series. Golly. Um, but it's a new day, man, and let's get right to it, man. Chicago Cubs at Washington Nationals here. We got over under 8.5 in the spot. We got Tyon on the mound. We got Corbin on the mound. Didn't know Tyon was going to be on the mound. So we don't know how long he's going to be out there. But I think that helps. I think that helps. Like if you want to look at the first five, the Cubs got a plenty bats here that it's 3 or 4 bats here that I really like versus Corbin here. So they have that. So if you want to look at the first five minus a half, I think that's okay look there at a result. First five result there sitting at minus 120. Um, I wouldn't have took this if the other pitcher was out, but I think I want to out there. But I think I want to lean towards the first five here and try to catch Corbin in there. What's the run line? Okay, same thing. All right, so yeah, so and then I do expect runs to be put up in this one here, especially on the Cubs side. So if you want to look at a Cubs team total, which is probably 4.5, maybe 5, I want to say probably 4.5. Let's see, Cubs team total 4.5. I couldn't talk you off of that either. So that's a lean. King Cubs team total there. That's a lean there. But as you can see, Patrick Corbin has been, I think he's been okay at the last few games. Let's see, earn runs. So the Cubs earn runs lasting at 2.5 for him. They do have a tendency to leave him out there. So, the earn run sitting at 2.5 at minus 165. You get that on DraftKings. I can talk you off of that. As you see, the Cubs WRC plus number 2 versus left hand, pitching there. Let's see, outs. So, like I said, as you can see, they will leave him out there long enough to get touched. His walks. His hits allowed. He's allowed 7 hits or more in 5 of his last 6 games. The walks, I probably wouldn't get there, but the 1.5 walks is not out of the realm of possibility for anybody. So the Cubs look like they're in a good spot here. Like I said, hits allowed, you get that a parlay piece at 5.5 at minus 173. It's just putting people on base and things like that. It is what it is. All right. Favorite bat here is going to be I got a few favorite bats here. So, I'm really looking at Nico Horner. Looking at Nico Horner. I'm looking at some hits, runs, and RBIs for him. Right now, this line is inflated. It says 2.5 because of the matchup, but maybe we might catch a 1.5. If you can catch a 1.5, he is 70 cent to this number on the season. His stolen bases in play because I think he's supposed to. I think he should be on the bases early and often. Trey Mancini, I like his number. He grades out well for me. Nico Horner grades out well. If he hits that ball, it's gone. Oh, and Dansby Swanson, this is a good spot for him. A couple guys on the other side of the Washington side, looks okay, but it is what it is. If I had to take a spot in this one, it would probably be the Cubs, but like I'll probably be doing some hit parlays and shit like that, So it is what it is. At the end of the day, though, Cubs are nothing for me. Money line parlays, run line straights, and lean towards the over team total for the Chicago Cubs at 4.5. New York Mets at Detroit Tigers here. Not too much I want to talk about here, man. Verlander. He's back going up against his old squad, and then you got Rodriguez on the mound. Of course, man. They deep off in my pockets, man. They've been losing, they've been selling. I like the bats here though. I like Lindor, and I like My favorite bat here is going to be my favorite bat here is going to be oh yeah my favorite bat is going to be Alonzo here. But I couldn't talk you off some Lindor there, whatever the case may be. We'll see what Verlander is going to look like. I haven't even looked for any numbers for him. Let's take a look and see if they got any numbers out for him. First 5 innings, batter box, pitcher props. Let's see. Verlander, 6.5 Ks. Couldn't talk you off of that. Don't know how long he's gonna go, but couldn't talk you off of that. New York Mets, moneyline parlays, run line straights. If I'm betting on this one, it's a lean. Uh, but I ain't taking Detroit. No, I don't know how long Verlander's going to be out there either. Pittsburgh Pirates at Tampa Bay Rays. Velasquez and Eflin on the mound. Velasquez has been pitching okay as of late. I'm still not back in Pittsburgh. You know, I didn't put no money on this one, but I got a lot of Tampa Bay money in my pocket. Shit, they've been them in the Braves. They've been treating us well. So, man, I probably would just sprinkle a little something on the Rays run line and be done with it. The last game or two, Velasquez has been serviceable. We got over under 8 in this spot. I did take a glance at some bats. Maybe the lefties over here, Tampa Bay, but I don't know. I might temper my expectations. This game did not jump out at me, but I do give the Rays benefit of the doubt here. Los Angeles Angels at St. Louis Cardinals here. We got over under 9 in this spot. Canning on the mound, Flaherty on the mound. And what I was looking at here was two bats. Okay, both of these guys stand out to me. They grade out well for me and my fantasy lineups and stuff like that. So I couldn't talk you off of a small hit parlay, or you want to take either one of these guys for a hit, then be my guest. But I'm looking at Goldschmidt and Otani. So make sure these guys are in the lineups before you take them. Even if you want to take them both for a hit parlay, you could get it at -109. I'm undecided on which one I want to go to, but I like these two bats this game, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I need to start doing a 3 leg favorite bats hit parlay for you guys. That's what I need to start doing. Baltimore Orioles at Kansas City Royals. Here we got an over under 9.5 in this spot. Baltimore Orioles -184 favorites. We got Rodriguez on the mound. We got Lyles on the mound. And it is what it is. Lyles is a righty. I like Baltimore versus lefties, but I still it's gonna be money line parlays, run line straights for me for Baltimore Orioles. I am looking towards the 5 strikeouts in the win, possibly for um um Rodriguez. I'm looking at it. I haven't pulled the trigger. He's been pretty consistent for 6 strikeouts here. You get 4 strikeouts in the win at a -155 at a -105. That's what I'm scoping out right now, but I don't know. I'm really, really scoping that out. Sliding over here to props.cash, you can see that heading over here to the strikeouts section here, going to Grayson Rodriguez, and his K is sitting at 5.5, as we just see, -120, pretty decent number. Kansas City, they're striking out the 4th most in the league. He's hit this number in 4 of his last 5 games. One thing about him, I did want to take a stab at his outs, but he hasn't went over 15 outs yet. But 15 outs yet, and his line set at 15 and a half. I don't want to do that. He's a young kid. They might just got him going 5 innings, and just leaving him, and leaving it at that. All right. So, you know, I don't know. I didn't check Caesars though. Let me check Caesars to see if where is his out prop. I'd imagine it's gonna be fifth. If it's 14 and a half, then I'm jumping on it. But I don't think it's gonna be that. Let's see. I didn't check Caesars. I'm sorry, guys. Same game parlay. Total outs recorded 15 and a half. Yeah, they ain't going. What's the strikeout prop over here? Pitching strikeouts 5.5 for Grayson Rodriguez. Okay, they ain't going. All right, I couldn't talk you off the strikeout prop for him. Might sprinkle something on that, but yeah. Where were we at? Where were we at? Oh, on props I cast. That's where we were at. And then like on the other side, Laos here. I can't back Laos right now. I mean, um, um, his strikeouts sitting at 3.5. It's doable. I don't want no parts of that. Outs. He's 16.5. He's hit this at 4 of his last 5 games. 4 of his last 6 games. So that's one thing. Um, but I don't think I want to, mess with it. His walks sitting at 2.5. His hits allowed. That's very interesting. He's 5.5 and three or six to this number. So he's 50% to this number here. There's a possibility that he can go over that. You get that at -110. And earn runs 2.5. This is really, 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 really juicy right here. I really, really want to take a stab at this earn runs, 2.5 earn runs here. You get this prop on DraftKings, 2.5 earn runs. He's 4 of 6 to this number here. And then, maybe I might just fall back off of it. Sometimes I might be getting greedy, but those are some numbers and things like that. Maybe a first 5 though. You know what I'm saying? The first 5 where as to where Grayson Rodriguez, he's pitched the first 5 every game. You know what I'm saying? You can see Grayson Rodriguez, well, except for one versus Oakland, but he's 4 or 5 to at least going 5 innings there. Maybe a first 5 money line or something like that, or run line. I mean, first 5 run line will probably be in play here. Okay, so don't forget about your first 5s because that alleviates the bullpen. The bullpen comes in at the 6, 7, 8 in 7, 8, 9 inning and just start fucking shit up. Okay, so the first 5 -0.5 right here is a -125 if you don't want to go to full game. You got to take advantage of some of these first 5s. Okay. Minnesota Twins, Chicago White Sox here. Over under 8.5 in this spot here. We got Lopez on the mound. We got Giolito on the mound. Both of these guys strikeout props sitting at 6.5. That's one thing. All right. You know, I did target this White Sox team versus Ryan. Well, he was a guy that's striking out righties at a higher clip, okay, than he was lefties. And then same thing for Pablo Lopez, but not that much higher. He's about 31% to righties on the season, and then he's about 29% to lefties on the season. Meanwhile, Lucas Giolito, he got some K stuff as well. Both of these guys will strike. Both of these teams will strike out. But I'm undecided. These righties over here. That's one side of the bat that you can target. Giolito at. Okay, but however it goes. Pablo Lopez has faced this team already. We got a 5.5 strikeout line. That might be DraftKings if you want to get there at -160. You need to get there fast because it's 6.5 on DraftKings. I mean on FanDuel. But 5.5, he's 100% to that number on the season. Plus he gave Chicago White Sox 10 Ks on the season. I know they got Tim Anderson back, but I probably still want to back him. I ain't even gonna lie. Even though they striking out 18th. They 18th in the strikeout was but they still striking out at 22%. And then Lucas Giolito, this Minnesota team, he got that. He got that at 7 against these guys on the 12th. All right. This Minnesota team, they're striking out the 8th most in the league versus right hand pitching. If you want to get there, be my guest. Okay. So, that's what I'm looking at there. All right. Sliding back over here to Pablo Lopez. Couldn't talk you off his outs. His outs sitting at 18.5. He's went over this number twice, 2 out of his last 6 times, but I probably won't get there. Maybe just to, I'm not ready to step into the over 6 innings lane right now. So I am looking at, the righties is, those are the ones that give up. Giolito pitches his worst versus these righties. Maybe a Buxton, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They got some serviceable righties over here. I'm just saying. All right. Even if you want to get to a strikeout prop, that's the way you could probably try to steal like what? What I was going to look at here was 5 strikeouts here. and I really want to pull the trigger on this. 5 strikeouts for both of these guys, and then under 1.5 runs in the first inning. I think that's a serviceable same game bankroll builder parlay. If I play this, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little something on it and get out of there. But I'm still looking at this. I'm still looking at this because I can easily take a strikeout up for Lopez or up for Giolito and then see if I can get plus money. So I'm tinkering with that. And like I said, I do like Buxton here. A few more of these righties. Career, it is what it is. All right. Um, Milwaukee Brewers at Colorado Rockies over under 12. It's in cores here. I like some righties here. I like Chris Bryant in this spot here. Couldn't talk you off some Roddy Tellez. Roddy, Tellez, shit, home run candidate. It is what it is. Seattle Mariners here. Oakland Athletics here. We got Kirby and Rosinski, whoever that is, on the mound. Seattle Mariners, heavy favorites, minus 270 favorites. It's going to be Seattle or nothing for me in this spot. Thinking about going to Caesars with the triple decker here, the trifecta, as I call the trifecta. I'll be looking at the no, this one here. Well, it could be because I'm gonna tell you something. So this is what I like here. The things that I like here in this game, I'm not going to take Kirby's strikeouts, even though I think he might get there. I'm not going to take it. I can go moneyline parlays, so moneyline, I can go, which I like, the outs recorded here at over 17.5 for Kirby. I like that. I can stick right there at this, minus 113. And then on Caesars, let's see. Let me see. I like Clinic, man. I like Clinic. All right. So you can get a Jerry Clinic. I like the spot that he's in. I'm probably gonna play him on my fantasy or whatever case may be, but you can get total bases over one total base. So that means you got to get one. You got to get at least a hit, man. You slide that in there if you want. You can take some of this shit down, whatever you want to do. Or those are three, but those are three right there. You could even take out the money line if you want. All right, but even if I haven't played this, I might play this. I'm just seeing, and then make sure you keep an eye on the weather. All right, but those are some things that I'm looking at right there. Okay, take this down. So that's the same game parlay that I'm looking at. Atlanta Braves and Miami Marlins here. Now, bullpen game for the Atlanta Braves. We got an over under 8.5. I got a good. You should have good Atlanta Braves money in your pocket. Luzardo, that's my guy. All right, Atlanta Braves, they do hit lefties well. I'm still sprinkling some on the Atlanta Braves. It's not an official play. I'm still gonna sprinkle a little something on it, man. Just a little something. It's not gonna be nothing spectacular. Favorite bat here is gonna be Riley. I think he's like 4 of 8 or 4 for 6 versus Luzardo. And this team, Atlanta Braves team as a whole, will hit lefties well, but they will strike out versus lefties. So Luzardo's K's are in play. And last but not least, we got the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. We had the over under 8.5. Gosman has been wonderful. I mean, damn, Gosman has been wonderful. I'm gonna tell you what I like. I like these right hand batters. Okay, I like these right hand batters. Then we got Bello on the mound. Listen, man, they're gonna have to go ahead and fuck me up, man. I'm gonna take the 1.5. All right, I'm gonna take the 1.5. Give me the 1.5 with the Toronto Blue Jays, man. I like these right hand bats. If I don't go with the right hands, man, with those bats, I like the right handers, man. Your Vlads, your Bo Bichette's, and yada yada yada. Okay, so with that being said, guys, peace, man. I know that's a chalky ass play, but it is what it is, man. But peace.